I have in front of me a Moleskine sketchbook and a pen. It's drawing time. Well, hello there, I'm Detroit. It's been a while since I've used this small book of mine. Let's jump right in and doodle a pretty pattern. I call this pattern... well, actually I don't have a name for it. Why don't you give it a name? Let me know in the comments what it should be called. You can note that I'm not using any fancy pen today. By that I mean it's neither my cross fountain pen or my rotring isograph. It's just a Pilot fineliner pen that is quite cheap off the shelf. As I often say, you don't need expensive stuff to create good things. Expensive things just feel better most of the time. If you have money and you absolutely want to use it for artsy stuff, I'd recommend prioritizing a nice sketchbook over a nice pen. I'm only starting to appreciate the different kinds of papers and grains and the quality of it. I should watch a video about it or read to know more. Drawing is my passion, and yet I never felt the need to look into the different kinds of papers too much. I like drawing with ink, and as long as it doesn't bleed through too much, I like it. But some papers do feel better. Also, since I've picked up pencil drawing again after a long time, I obviously can't use the same kinds of paper. Texture changes a lot, and depending on if I'm using charcoal tips or mechanical pencils, it does make a difference. To be honest, the way I choose my paper is quite simple. I have like 9 paper pads and notebooks I've accumulated over the years, and I just use the one that says on the front the art tool I want to use. For a pencil drawing, I use the one that says pencil sketch or mixed media. It's that simple. Yeah, I've picked up pencil again. I'm trying to get back into the flow of it, having my hand do natural motions, like I do for digital paintings, instead of using my fingers to control the pen tightly, like it's the case for abstract ink doodles. It's like a different discipline, and it takes time to rebuild the right muscles and headspace. But it's good, because I have the time now. For the foreseeable future, I'm out of a job. After the end of my work contract as a PhD, I have registered to the French Office for Employment. It means that while I don't have a job, I will still get an allowance at the end of the month, in order to still eat and sleep under a roof. And in the meantime, I'm looking for my next job. I'm not too worried about it, and I want to allow myself a month or two before I start, since I have that luxury. I spent the last 3 years working every day on the same thing with little holidays. And I know when I start working again, it will be the same, so I'm taking my time and enjoying it. In any case, I have time on my hand. I'm already on my 3rd drawing video, and it hasn't been a week yet. I need to build up some stock of videos and drawings, because while I won't work for like a month, it doesn't mean I don't have any plans. In about a week, I'm going traveling to Tunisia with my girlfriend, and I want to keep uploading videos for you while I'm there. I'm also taking this precious time to get back into projects I have put to the side while I was focusing on my PhD. I'm talking book writing, animations, and many other cool projects like making a board game. I know I won't be able to do it all, but I can make some good progress on all of that. I mean, I've always considered myself to be a storyteller and craftsman, but apart from drawing, you haven't seen much of it. Even writing stories is something you haven't seen for a long time, so I need to live up to my own expectations, and now is the time for it. So far, there has only been one barrier between me and the maximum creativity I want, and that is Civilization 5, the video game. I absolutely love that game, but it's quite time consuming, and the past couple months I haven't played a single game. And now, in a week, I had 2. I finally satiated my thirst for Civ 5, but now it needs to stop. I just completed a marathon game over 4 days, using Pocatello of the Shoshone on difficulty 5 with 12 civilizations, all DLCs like Faith and stuff, map size huge, no city-states, and only domination victory allowed. It's my favorite setup for Civ 5, even if Pocatello is a bit cheated. To counter it, I also played the standard game using Enrico Dandolo of Venice on the normal settings, but still a huge map. I never played Venice before, since having only one city is a bit boring, but it was fun too. For those of you that know the game, Civilization 5, you know what I'm talking about. For the others, I'm sorry, but I do recommend that you try it. It's an incredible strategy game in which you get to rewrite and play the whole history of the world. It's cool to see like Dido of Carthage build the mausoleum of Halicarnassus and having a wall with Bismarck and George Washington. Let's change topic now before I lose all of you. Let's talk skiing for a minute. I love skiing, I love snowboarding, and sadly I haven't been able to go yet this season. The conditions were bad in December with little to no snow, and with my PhD defense coming up I didn't have the time anyway. But now I can and I will. Next weekend I'm finally going snowboarding. Last year at the end of the season I bought myself a nice new board and I can't wait to try it out. The ski stations are only like half an hour away from where I live, so I have this chance of being able to go basically at any time. The only caveat is that I need my friends to also be available since I don't own a car myself to go there. The only thing I'm worried about this year though is the price of the ski pass. Skiing is expensive and so far I've benefited greatly from student discounts. PhD students are paid but still have the student status, so for only like $20 I could go ski an entire day. Now that I'm no longer a student, I'm supposed to pay about $50 for a day pass, and that sucks. Fortunately, I'm good at Photoshop. Don't tell anyone, but I edited my certificate of studentship from last year to say that I'm still a student this year. I hope the ski station won't check it too hard, but it's a secret, so don't tell anyone. I'm not really frauding, I just want to ski for less money while I don't have a fixed revenue. Anyway, I hope you keep it to yourself. And I hope I'll get to touch the snow soon. In the meantime, the weather is really bad here, so I'm staying inside and drawing my heart out. I feel more relaxed and good than ever. It's insane how much I needed holidays without realizing it. All the stress of constantly thinking about work has been lifted from my shoulders and I truly feel good. It's self-care, you know? I'm back to drawing patterns in my sketchbook and right now that's all I want and all I need. I hope you enjoyed this doodling session with me. I'm curious, do you draw while you're watching this, or are you just putting me on in the background? Or instead, are you focused on the screen watching my every move? Tell me in the comments, and don't forget to give this pattern a name. I really want you to. Like the video while you're at it and subscribe to this humble channel. I'm Detroit and I genuinely enjoy sharing my drawings with you. I'll see you in a week. Bye!